Hey, hello Metal Italia. We will be coming to see you on the 16th. Let's hope to see you at the front and it'll be great. The first time back in Italy for a long time. So ciao, see you soon. Yes, we are here having fun and we say fuck the world. We're back together as mates, awesome.
Yes. Cheers.
Dive in as we take a whirlwind dive into the life of none other than Anno. In this video, we will look into his early life and how he was shaped. We will also look at his personal life, net worth, houses, and how he became the legendary musician he was. We will analyze his struggles and his health, how he overcame them, and the challenges he faced in his life. The English heavy metal singer Paul Andrews, better known by his stage name Paul Anno, served as Iron Maiden's lead vocalist from 1978 until 1981. He had a net worth of slightly over $1 million. Anno released multiple albums in his Post-Maiden career, both as a solo artist and as a member of various bands, including Gogmagog, Anno's Battlezone, Killers, Rockfellas, and more recently, Warhorse. He joined Praying Mantis to record their 1990 live album Live at Last, along with fellow Iron Maiden member Dennis Stratton. Early life. Paul was exposed to music at an early age while growing up in a working-class household. His gritty, vivacious singing style was mostly formed by the punk music movement of the 1970s. Paul held several professions before joining Iron Maiden, participated in the local music scene, and played with several bands. Personal life. He was born Paul Andrews in Chingford, East London, on May 17, 1958. His early years were characterized by a rebellious temperament and a love of music. Paul Anno had a troubled personal life that included substance misuse issues, tumultuous relationships, and legal issues. Children and marriages. Paul had 6 children from his 5 previous marriages. His relationships were frequently erratic, which added to the difficulties he encountered all of his life. Legal issues. Several legal problems plagued Paul's life. He served multiple prison terms for a variety of offenses, such as violent behavior and drug-related convictions. His personal and professional lives were greatly touched by these legal issues. After years of poor health, crowdfunding was started in January 2021 to assist gather money for the singer's knee surgery. Anno was reportedly still awaiting surgery in September 2021, and a picture of the musician displaying his severely swollen leg went viral. When the crowdfunding campaign met its goal in October 2021, Anno sincerely thanked everyone for their contributions. Anno moved to Croatia in November 2021 to receive knee surgery and treatment. Anno confirmed that Iron Maiden assisted in covering the cost of the last portion of his Croatian therapy after the successful surgery. Anno passed away at his Salisbury home early on October 21, 2024, according to the record company Conquest Music, following being troubled by severe health issues in recent years that restricted him to performing in a wheelchair. When Anno passed away, he was 66 years old. Career. Harris's old friend from his time in Smiler, drummer Doug Sampson, introduced him to the band, according to Iron Maiden's The History of Iron Maiden, Part 1, The Early Days DVD. Around this time, he began using the stage name Anno, which he would subsequently use to identify as Italian. It's said that Anno's arrest for flaunting his pocket dagger in public ended their first tryout with Rod Smallwood. The band's 1980 self-titled album swiftly gained recognition as a genre classic, combining the energy of punk with the riffs and complexity of progressive rock. It influenced later progressive metal bands and served as a model for future genres like speed metal and thrash metal. Their second album, Killers, and a stopgap live EP, Made in Japan, were released in 1981. Anno, 1983 to 1985. Paul Anno's first project following his dismissal from Iron Maiden was Anno. This group was formerly known as Lone Wolf, but they changed their name after a dispute with another group that used that name. They ultimately recorded just one album under the plain name Anno. Musically, the band moved away from Iron Maiden's Nwob sound and toward a more Americanized sound akin to Journey and Foreigner. Anno joined what was supposed to be a supergroup effort in 1985. Known for discovering the group genesis in the late 1960s, DJ and record producer Jonathan King assembled the group, which they dubbed Gogmagog, with Anno, drummer Clive Burr, guitarists Janik Shuz and Pete Willis, and bassist Neil Murray. King put together a brilliant lineup. However, the members grew more irritated with a rule that prohibited them from penning any original songs. 1985 to 1989, 1998, Battlezone. Following the dissolution of his band, Anno joined strike with guitarist D-Ral, who brought in drummer Bob Falk, who previously played drums for Overkill under the name Sid Falk, and the Hurley brothers, John, second guitar, and Chaz, bass. Once the singer returned to Britain in 1985, the project was renamed Battlezone, a name taken directly from a comic book. John Wiggins, a former guitarist for Tokyo Blade and Lone Wolf, enrolled in 1986. Di'Anno, guitarists John Wiggins and John Hurley, bassist Lawrence Kessler, and drummer Adam Parsons made up the band's original lineup. In the past, Di'Anno had known guitarists John Hurley and John Wiggins from bands like Iron Cross and Deep Machine. Parsons had used AD as his stage name, while in Aunt May, used Dynamite. However, Parsons left soon after to take Vince Haw's place in the London-based glam band Belladonna, which was formed by Paul Quigley, a former Hells Bells vocalist, along with Paul Lewis, Jeff Fox, and Neil Chris. Falk returned in time to record the band's debut album Fighting Back, which was written entirely by John Hurley, except the title track, which was credited to Bob Falk. Mantis in Prayer, 1990. Praying Mantis broke up after being dropped by BMG. Then, in a twist of fate reminiscent of Spinal Tap, Paul Di'Anno called Dennis Stratton in 1989 to discuss the Japanese's desire to celebrate the new wave of British heavy metal's 10th anniversary. After experiencing a rebirth in Tokyo, Japan, the band decided to rejoin and tour in April 1990, which resulted in the release of the Live at Last LP. Killers, metal band, reroutes here for Killers, 1990 to 1997, 2001 to 2003. The Killers should not be confused with this. Killers was founded in the summer of 1991, according to Di'Anno in 2003. Cliff Evans and Arnie Goodman, the Fastway manager, were residing in New York. Steve Hopgood, Di'Anno's former Battlezone partner, called Evans and explained his intentions for a brand new band. Hopgood and Di'Anno took a plane from the UK to New York, where they started a band. Before he resigned from touring, Di'Anno was scheduled to perform one last time on August 30, 2020, at the Beermageddon Festival in Bromsgrove, England. However, he has not made it clear if he will still record music. The COVID-19 epidemic forced the cancellation of this appearance, and the festival dates were moved to August 2021. Paul and the Ides of March band, however, were kicked off the lineup on June 7, 2021, with the following statement: "We at Beermageddon are devastated to announce that Ides of March will not be attending this year's festival anymore. We had been having trouble getting in touch with the band or management, and just over a week ago we received the news that the planned project will not be proceeding and the band will therefore not play at Beermageddon 2021. Unfortunately, it was not to be. We were excited for Paul Di'Anno and a lineup of former Iron Maiden members to grace the Jeddon stage. It would have been one of our most memorable festival appearances ever. We understand your sadness and know that many of you were looking forward to Di'Anno's farewell act, but we can assure you that Beermageddon will continue to be the amazing festival that it usually is." The Norwegian live band gave Di'Anno his first live performance in 7 years on May 21, 2022, at the Bikers Beer Factory in Zagreb, Croatia. The announcement that Di'Anno would release a new album for Brave Words Records in 2024 was made in August 2023. Paul Di'Anno's War Horse, as it is known. Di'Anno published his first retrospective of his career in September 2024. A CD plus DVD package that includes some previously unreleased music along with his best post-Iron Maiden songs. After 4 years of development, a documentary about Paul Di'Anno will be available for festival screenings in late 2024. We are glad you had time to pay tribute to the legend Di'Anno. May you rest in peace. The world will miss you. Stay tuned for more by hitting the subscription button.